Hello, welcome from Club Pilates Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs. My name's Jeanette. Welcome to Pilates Happy Hour, Happy Half Hour, which can happen at any time of the day. Today is a mat Flow 1.5. You're going to need some dumbbells, and we will be using those later, so have them close by. We're going to start with a little standing stretch right now, so I want you to inhale up and exhale and round your back and come on down. Don't push your stretch yet. And then inhale as you slowly articulate up, all the way up. Exhale as you round your back down. Again, we're not pushing the stretch to a really intense place, just allowing, inhaling as we come up, just allowing our body to warm up and kind of elongate a little bit. Go right and left for a little bit of lateral flexion. Slide your shoulders down. Give me one more here. We're going to be starting with bridging during our warm-up today. Go ahead and come down. So I want to get a little hamstring stretch before we get started. So we're going to take our foot forward and press our tailbone back and hands on our bent thigh. Toes down as we elongate that leg, stretching the hamstring. Since we're starting with bridge in a moment, I want to make sure those hamstrings are stretched slightly to begin with. We'll do the other side now. After our bridge, we'll be doing some abdominal work. And then come on up, and let's go ahead and lie down. And we'll take our feet hip width apart, lining up our ankles, knees, and hip joints in a railroad track line. Arms down, nice and tight. And we're going to start with 3 articulations, half breath capacity. Inhale here, exhale, articulate through, and inhale as you articulate down. 2 more here. Exhale, articulate up, coming up to a nice straight pelvis. Inhale, articulate down into your neutral. 1 more full articulation, and then we'll come back up a 4th time and remain there. So hold here. Now I want you to start with halfway down and come back up for 3. Check the weight on your feet. Now all the way down to a tap straight spine for 3. Check that the weight is evenly distributed. And go back to halfway down for 3. Feel your glutes and hamstrings, abs and arms. Whoops, that was a little low. And hold up here. Inhale largely. Exhale. And articulate down. 1 vertebra at a time. Let's go ahead and take our feet wide now in second position, slightly turned out. Maybe bring your feet a little bit closer in. Same pattern. Inhale here. Exhale and articulate up. 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale as you articulate down. Continue for 2.5 more. Remember that we place the weight at the tops of our shoulder blades, not on our neck. Keep your shoulders down without bringing your chest up. Inhaling as we come down. On the next one, we're going to exhale and hold up. And we're going to follow that pattern. So we have those 3 half, not pulses, not fast like hip dips. Keep all 5 toes on the floor. Now 3 times, tap the floor. Feel the glutes working in a little different spot than when we had our feet hip width apart. Go back to those 3 halfways. Straight spine here, core tight, arms tight. 1 more here. And hold. Inhale here, exhale. And articulate down. Now I want you to go into first position. So heels are together, toes are turned out. and your knees are open. Inhale here, exhale and articulate up, following the pattern. Inhale and articulate down. Exhale and articulate up, come all the way through that straight neutral pelvis. Inhale and articulate down. 1.5 more. Tightening up those abdominals, maybe even getting a stretch through that low back as you really work on that articulation. And then let's go ahead and hold up here. Following the pattern, we have 3 halfway down sets of straight spine. Feeling the glutes and thighs. Now all the way down, tapping the floor. And then the halfway down again. And then I want you to go ahead and hold up. And on these, we're going to do 10 hip dips here. So we're adding on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep that core tight and hold up. When your breath is ready, inhale largely. Exhale and very slowly with breath, articulate through. Let's go ahead and take that left leg up and get a hamstring stretch. Extend that right leg long, or you can keep it bent, whatever works for you. And then switch. And then go ahead and release. We're going to work on the abdominals now. So let's take our arms at our sides and bring one leg up at a time. Bringing our knees together and holding our feet at the same height as our knees. 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips. Check if you're in neutral or imprint. Either one is fine. But neutral is where we want to strive to be, unless it bothers our back. We're going to go ahead and do 3 upper abdominal crunches here. So work in this area. You're already working in the lower abdominal area. And let's go ahead and hold up here. And hold those arms long, tighten them up. Extend the right leg long. Extend the left leg long. Feel where your body allows you to lower the leg. Make sure your abdominals are nice and strong, holding you up. Try to take the tension out of the neck. Give me one more set here. Bring those knees back together, rest the head, and take the feet down one at a time. We're going to go into knee sway, and then we'll be doing a little bit of classic mat work after that. So go ahead and bring those legs back up into tabletop, 90 degrees. Take your arms a little bit wide to help stabilize your torso. Inhale as you take the knees and ankles to the left. Exhale as you come back to center. Inhale as you go to the right. Exhale as you come back to center. Now your pelvis is rocking. It is coming up slightly, but not your rib cage. So I want you to really keep that rib cage down, not just the shoulder blade, but the rib cage down. Think about that so that you're pulling that muscle in 2 different directions. Now, if you want to add on to this, you can either extend a single leg as you bring those back, or you can extend both legs. Come back to straight, go back to tabletop, go the other direction, straighten, and let's do one more set. So do the level that works for you. Remember, we're keeping our rib cage down here. We're inhaling as we go over and exhaling as we come up. Let's go ahead and rest our feet and relax our body. So we're going to go single knee stretch, obliques, double knee stretch. So first we're going to go back to tabletop and abdominal crunch up, bringing one knee in and pulling with both hands, and then the others. Just let the body feel where that is. Look and see that your knee and ankle are lining up. In other words, your knee is not coming inside or outside. And then let's go ahead and add a little bit of tempo with that. And then reach long with the outside hand without moving the torso, moving only the limbs here. 4 more sets. We're going to put our hands behind our head in 2 more sets. We're going to keep the legs going as we now start to take the shoulder to the knee, trying to stay lifted here and keep the elbows out. I can definitely feel my torso going toward the floor, but we keep working those abdominals. Shoulder toward the knee, not the elbow. Give me 3 more sets, 2, and then hold in tabletop. Take your hands to the outsides of the calves, extend both sets of limbs, and swing your arms around. Inhale and exhale. If you want, bring your knees in further. Hold on momentarily, giving you a slight rest or a slight moment to take the stress out of the knee, or excuse me, out of the neck. Give me 2 more here. And release the head down and relax. Go ahead and extend those legs long. Squeeze your bottom and kind of push that pelvis up and feel a little stretch here in the hip flexor. And let's relax the neck and rotate each direction twice, trying not to let the chin rise and feeling that stretch in the neck. And then we're going to go into the 100 today. So we're going to stay lifted for 100 breaths. You can do staccato, little fast, short ones with a count, 5 exhales, 5 inhales, or you can just do a long breath for that count. I'm going to tabletop my legs and then extend them and hold. That's what I want to do today. You do what works for you. Maybe you want to stay tabletop. Maybe you want to alternate every 10. Maybe you want to single alternate. Those are all the options that you can choose. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and come on up. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 10. In 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 20. Keep those arms really strong and move from the shoulders. 30. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 40. In 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 50. Remember, the shoulder blades are up, but not the rib cage below. 60. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 70. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4, 80. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 90. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 100. Bring those knees in. Take the feet down. And relax momentarily. Let's go ahead and curl up like a little ball and get a stretch here. Hands can be on the shins or under the calves, whatever works. And let's rest the head, relax the neck as we kind of roll the hips right and left. And then I want to finish this series up with scissors. So that way we're getting a hamstring stretch too. So let's go ahead and come back to tabletop. And then we'll take our legs up. We are in imprint here. Low back is down. Pelvis might even be up a little. Take your right leg forward. Take your hands behind your calves. Come up high. A little bit of pull on the leg to lift the torso more is okay. Now come to a stretch with 2 little movements on that leg. You decide how far down to put the other leg. And let's get 4 more sets here. Little 2 exhales as you pull that leg in toward the face. And give me 2 more. And come back to tabletop. Lower the head and lower the feet. Let's go ahead and extend all the way. Extend the arms. Inhale as your rib cage rises and you feel a stretch. Hopefully you feel a stretch. Front shoulder, kind of underarm area here too. Let go of the hands, take them out to the sides. Still feeling a stretch in a different portion of the arm and shoulder. And release. Let's go ahead and roll up. Fingers to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and articulate up one vertebra at a time. Rounding forward for both a little back stretch here and a hamstring stretch. You can flex your ankles, bringing your toes back to you a bit so that you're also getting a calf stretch. Breathe into this as you exhale, ribcage comes further down, and release. So today, we're going to do 3 sets of plank. I'm going to do them all on my forearms today. Feel free to do a mixture of forearms and hands, or hands only, whatever works for you. I'm just going to choose to do them all on my forearms. I want to add a little bit of shoulder work in there too. So we're going to have palms down or palms toward each other. Whatever's more comfortable in your upper limbs is fine. And come into your plank. I do want you to press your hands into the floor though. I want you to check your feet, that the center of the balls of the feet are nice and strong. Keep pressing on the floor. Slide your shoulders down. Elongate from the top of your head through the bottom of your feet. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a rest. Now I have my feet together on that one. Abs in, and I'm kind of pushing myself to stretch the low back here. If you were feeling tension in the low back, you might want to choose to take your feet apart. That might help to take some of the tension out. On the next one, feet apart, feet together works. I'm going to go on forearms again. I'm going to go feet together. And we're going to move in both the ankle and the shoulder. So we're going to push ourselves forward and flex our ankles back. And I see I'm not getting quite as much motion as I want to in the shoulders. So I'm going to take my elbows a little further forward so that I can go forward of them and a little behind them. And let's do 2 more. Keep those abs in nice and strong. And then let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop to the knees. This time, let's do a cat stretch. So tuck your tailbone under, pull your abs in, relax your legs, tuck your chin down. Bring your bottom halfway to your feet and come back to cat. Let's do that one more time. Keep the abs in and just bring your bottom halfway to your feet and come back. For the last set, I'm going to go on forearms again, and you feel free to go on hands if you like. And we're going to lift the leg. So I'm going to take my feet together for a better balancing point when I lift the leg. Now I'm going to lift the right leg, flex the ankle, and do hamstring curls for 5. And then put that foot back down, rebalance everything. Lift the other foot and do hamstring curls for 5. Keeping that ankle in flexion, elongate through the body. Put that foot back down and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a break. Let's go ahead and go into full child's pose now. Knees can be separated or together. You can also have your arms long. One more big breath here. and articulate through. So I want to start on our side now. And we're only going to have one dumbbell to start. So bring that dumbbell where you can. We're going to go into a modified side plank. If you prefer going all the way on the feet, feel free. But I'm going to focus on some arm and thigh work here instead of obliques and torso, but of course they're working. So go ahead and bring your knees in line with your hips as you come up, and you may need to adjust. So get a visual, elbow in line with the shoulder, pelvis straight, no rotation, no bend. Pick up that weight and make a 90-degree elbow, wrist straight. Extend the leg and flex it and hold. And you're on the floor so you can have your palm down. Now you're going to lift the arm and the leg. So we're on the knee, giving us a nice balance point here. Give me 2 more. And then hold. Now elongate the arm and hold. Feel that work depending on your weight. Now we're just going to do a small but not a pulse move. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend the knees and elbow and bring the hips down. Let's go ahead and flip over to the other side. So you're going to do whatever you did on the first side. So if you were on your feet, you're going to go on your feet again. So I like being stable on my knee here so that I can focus on some of these other moving parts. So our leg is lifted, our elbow's at 90 degrees, and then we're going to extend up. We're trying to keep that moving leg square. In other words, toe and knee going straight forward and movement going straight up. And then go ahead and hold the leg. Extend the arm and hold. Now kind of lift your chest. Think of your neutral. Get a peek if you need to. Little moves for 5, not fast. 2 more. And release that down. Let's go ahead and grab our other weight now. And we're going to do a little chest work in tabletop. So I want to start with our elbows in line with our shoulders, 90 degrees. In other words, it's not our normal chest press. And go ahead and bring your legs up into tabletop. So you're going to take them up for 5. If you want to progress with alternating a single leg, feel free. This one, hold up. Now turn them and take them down and up for 5 in our typical chest press. You can bring your weights together or just line them with your shoulders. Now I want to put that together. So we're going to come down, come to the ribs, come up, rotate, come down, come to the ribs, come up, rotate. 2 more here for a total of 4. Now we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to come down, open up in line with your shoulders, come up, rotate palms toward each other, come down, open in line with your shoulders, come up, and rotate. You have 2 more. Keep your neutral or go to imprint, whichever works for your body. And hold. Let's go ahead and take our feet down, relax momentarily, turn the palms toward each other, bend the elbows slightly. Take your feet back to tabletop. We're going to do single arm chest flags. So you're going to extend the right arm out to the side, bring it back. Extend the left arm out to the side, bring it back. Opposite leg can go with the opposite arm. Do these nice and slow and stabilize in the torso. You can be in neutral or you can be in imprint. Let's do 2 more here. We're exhaling as we bring those arms back up. You have 1 more set. And then keep your arms up. Let's go ahead and let the legs go down for a moment and relax. Now move the hands so they're just over the top of your head to go into your triceps. Close your rib cage. In other words, tighten the muscles on top of them. Now bring your elbows down almost to 90 degrees. So wrists are a little higher than your elbows. Come back into tabletop. Extend your right leg and hold as you do 3 left arm only tricep extensions. Hold those arms, bring that right leg back, extend the left leg, and give me 3 tricep extensions on the right. Hold those arms, bring that leg back, and drop those feet down. Let's go ahead and put the weights down. Excuse me, and we will use our roll up to transition. Inhale here, exhale and articulate up 1 vertebra at a time. Go ahead and round your back, wiggle your bottom behind you, and get a stretch. Keep your abs in and release. We're going to roll over on our stomach now, working a little more of the back side of the body. So we're going to have our arms extended and our legs extended. We can have our legs together or apart if you're having any low back stress or tightness. My suggestion is to have them as wide as your mat. I want to start with only the legs lifting for 3 as you exhale. You can have your thighs rotated slightly out, or you can have them toward the floor. Now keep your knees and the tops of your toes on the floor. Keep your chest on the floor as you raise only your arms, and feel how that work is different. By the way, arms to the side for neck and shoulder issues, perfectly fine. And then hold that. So you choose your arm position. Now arms and legs move together without lifting the chest. 1 more. And then if you want to add the chest, we're finishing in 3. So start to think of lifting the torso also. And then release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up on all 4s. Bring your knees hip-width apart. And adjust hands if you need to for wrist issues. I'm going to flex my toes to keep my feet from cramping, but you're welcome to have the tops of your feet down. Bring your bottom halfway to your ankles and feel that stretch. Now take your hands and your torso to the left of your mat. Leave your hips there and feel how that stretch goes to the right of your spine. Come back to center and take both sets the opposite direction, and your torso goes, but not your hips. Come back to center, articulate up, and then we're going to get a hip flexor stretch. Take 1 foot forward, I took my left, ankle forward in the knee, lean into that. So we have this straight line from the top of the head to the bend in the knee. Tuck your pelvis under slightly, like you're elongating your lumbar curve or straightening it out. Squeeze your bottom a little bit and feel how that intensifies the stretch. From here we go to a hamstring stretch. So you're going to push yourself back with that forward foot. You can keep your hands on your thighs. You can round your back and go to the floor. Try to straighten that left leg, keeping your toe down. And release back to a kneeling position. Go ahead and take your other foot, your right foot forward of the knee, and then go into a lean. So remember, we're in neutral to start. And we have that long lean from the knee, but then we imprint, we tuck that tailbone under, and we tighten up that glute, feeling that stretch in the hip joint. And then we press ourselves back. We decide if we're going to have hands on our thighs or round our back and go toward the floor. And we're elongating that leg and pushing that hip back as we push the toes down. So top of the ankle and hamstring. And then come back to a kneeling position. And go ahead and come up, open up the arms, and take them behind you without arching your back. So don't do this, right? Just feel that stretch in the front of the shoulder and the chest area. And now we're going to take our hands together in front of us, round our back, using our leg muscles and abdominals to hold tightly, tucking our tailbone under. Hands are clasping, and we're raising our arms to the ceiling. You can separate your hands if your neck and shoulder need so, and then take your arms as far back as they'll go without coming out of neutral. And release. Let's let our arms hang, keeping the core tight. Let's circle those shoulders a couple of times. Now the other direction, really pressing them down. And release. And we're done. Thanks for joining me for Pilates Happy Half Hour. See you next time.